I'm Stephanie, and I'm here to show you how to use the Microlife peak flow meter. To avoid cross-contamination, we have a couple of adapters and mouthpieces. This is a cardboard disposable one-way mouthpiece, which you can only breathe out, you can't breathe back in, to ensure the safety of multiple users. So you're going to take this disposable mouthpiece, place it into the yellow adapter firmly, and then the yellow adapter with the arrows pointed forward, you're going to place onto the plastic mouthpiece that comes with the Microlife peak flow meter. And then you can see there's a little lip here. You're going to line these up and slide it into the peak flow meter. And then for multiple patients, you can take out the disposable one-way mouthpiece and replace it with a new one for each person. And that's the setup.
Hi, I'm Michael, and I'll be showing you how to operate the digital peak flow meter. So on this side, next to the green, yellow, and red bars, this is where the batteries are held. So you're going to open up this compartment, and once the batteries run out of the device, you can replace them with AAA batteries. The other side of it is a data port, which will not be used for the purposes of your respiratory health tests. Snap it back on. To turn on the device, you press this center button, and first it will show data on the day and month and the time, and it will turn to the PEF value. This PEF value is not going to be useful to what we're testing for, so pay this value no mind. So how we're going to operate the device is you're going to take a big inhale in, and then you're going to wait a second and push all the air out of that inhale as quickly as you can into the device. So I'll demonstrate. FEV1 2.5. So you have to make sure that you write that value of 2.5 down as quickly as possible, because it will then shift to the PEF value, which again is not going to be useful for the data that we're collecting. Now for cleaning this device, you're going to take the mouthpieces off, and you're going to take the disposable one and put it off to the side. And you're going to take this inner tube here, and you're going to slide it out like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to soak these compartments in hydrogen peroxide. Now we recommend that you clean these parts of the device every few patients, but we feel like it's an absolute must to clean it after a day of use.
I'm now going to go through and fill out my patient's information. Community, gender, age, and height. And on the next page is going to be a form where I can fill out her FEV measurements that we recorded in the 3 trials and submit this for data analysis. And for a new patient, I hit submit another response where I can go through and fill out the next patient's information.
We can go to the Google Sheet here and see all of our data. Here we see we have the exact time that the person's data was inputted, the name, community, gender, age, height, our normalizing function, which shows what a average person of that height and age should get as far as their data, and then the measurements and the average of those measurements and how much they deviate from the standard. So these were all ones that were already inputted, and down here we can see we have 2 new entries. You can tell because they don't have normalized values. So all we have to do to get those normalized values is click on the one above and drag the equation down, and it fills it in for us, and we'll do the same thing for average measurements and percent deviation. And then with that, we can go down here to the filter sheet, which just takes all of our data into a more convenient location. And again, we'll just drag down so we can get our new data in the columns that require it. And this allows us to see on this graph all of our deviations in a more consolidated way. and we can also use this to filter out any data points we don't want to see, or to see specific communities or individuals. So here we can look at just community A if we wanted and see how that affects it. Or we could go back and maybe just look at one person. For example, we'll clear everyone and just look at Jack. And as you can tell from his graph, Jack has been slowly improving over time. And so that is how to use the Google Sheet portion of our setup.